Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the EcoRebuild LA mini class series. My name is Lucas Ann, and I'm 10th grade at South Pasadena High School. I'll be your presenter for today's session. Today's class is called Home Clean Energy Systems. In our last session, we learned about renewable and non-renewable energy and why the transition to clean energy is important for our future. Today, we're going to focus on something more personal and practical, how clean energy technologies can be used directly in our homes. We'll explore technologies like solar power, home battery storage, heat pumps, electric vehicles, and so on, and see how they can help households reduce energy costs and lower carbon emissions. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at today's agenda. First, I'll give a brief introduction to the EcoRebuild LA initiative. Next, we'll explore home clean energy systems, including solar power systems, small wind turbines, home battery storage, heat pumps and geothermal, electric vehicles and home charging, and hybrid systems. After that, we'll go through a case study to see how clean energy systems can be applied in a home. Then we'll break down the steps of implementation so that you can understand how to adopt these clean energy solutions. Next, we'll discuss future trends in home and community energy. And finally, we'll have a Q&A session. Please type your questions in the Zoom chat and we'll go through them together, share our thoughts, and discuss any ideas that you have. Now about EcoRebuild LA initiative. EcoRebuild LA is an initiative founded by students who believe climate challenges need real, practical solutions. After seeing the impact of disasters like wildfires in our communities, we felt we needed to do more than just talk about our problems. So we decided to learn, share what we discover, and most importantly, take action. Our work focuses on sustainable rebuilding, green technology and solutions, and helping communities become stronger and better prepared for the future. So first, what are home clean energy systems? On this slide, we can see an overview of home clean energy systems. These are technologies that help us generate, store, and use energy in our homes more effectively and sustainably. Solar power systems convert sunlight into electricity for our homes. Small wind turbines generate energy from the wind, which can complement solar systems. Home battery storage lets us store the energy we produce for use when we need it, such as at night or during cloudy days. Heat pumps and geothermal systems provide highly efficient heating and cooling by using air or ground temperature. Electric vehicles and home charging integrate clean transportation with our home energy systems. Hybrid systems combine multiple technologies like solar and wind with batteries to maximize energy efficiency and reliability. Together, these systems form a complete approach to making our homes cleaner, smarter, and more energy independent. Now, why is this even important? That's what the next slide shows. First, these systems can reduce your electricity bills because you're making and storing your own energy instead of buying it all from the grid. Secondly, they help lower your carbon footprint, which means less pollution and less impact on the environment. Third, they give you energy independence, so you're not totally dependent on the power grid. Fourth, they can improve Fourth, they can actually increase your home's value since energy efficient homes are more attractive to buyers. And finally, they improve energy resilience, meaning even if there's a blackout or bad weather, your home can still have power thanks to batteries and smart systems. So in short, clean energy at home saves money, helps the environment, and makes your home more reliable and valuable. That's why it's worth thinking about. Now that we've seen why home clean energy is important, let's start with solar power systems, probably the most common and well-known clean energy technology for our homes. So, what is it? Photovoltaic or PV panels take sunlight and turn it into electricity that your home can use. You can put these panels on your roof or even on the ground if you have space. There are different types of panels like monocrystalline, polycrystalline, and thin film, each with their own pros and cons. Once installed, these panels can either connect to your home's main electricity grid or work in an off-grid system, which is great if you want more independence from traditional power sources. Now, why are solar panels really useful? Let's look at the benefits and applications. First, they reduce your electricity bills because you're generating your own power instead of buying it all from the utility. Secondly, if your panels produce more energy than you need, that excess electricity can be sold back to the grid through something called net metering, so you can earn even a little money. Thirdly, solar panels are long lasting with lifespans of 10 to 25 years, depending on the type and maintenance. And finally, they can be combined with battery storage so the energy you generate during the day can also be used at night. So solar panels not only save money, but they also make your house greener and more independent. Next, we'll take a look at small wind turbines, which are another way to generate clean energy at home, and they can complement solar systems. Here's how they work. The rotor blades spin when the wind blows, and that motion powers a generator to produce electricity. There are two main types of small wind turbines: horizontal axis turbines, or HAWTs, which look a lot like the big wind turbines you see in wind farms. The second type is vertical axis turbines, or VAWTs, which can catch wind from any direction and are often easier to place on rooftops or small areas. Small wind turbines work best in open, windy areas because consistent wind is key to generating electricity effectively. So, why might someone choose a small wind turbine? First, they can generate 1 to 10 kilowatts of electricity, which is enough for many homes. Secondly, they can work day and night as long as there's wind. Thirdly, they can complement solar panels, giving you power even when it's cloudy. Of course, there are some challenges. Wind can be unpredictable, so you might not always generate power consistently. They can create noise, and there may be zoning rules about where you can install them. And finally, installation costs can be high, so it's something to plan carefully. Overall, small wind turbines are a great addition to a home energy system, especially if you live in a windy area or want to combine them with solar panels for more reliable, clean energy. Next, let's talk about home battery storage. Batteries let you store extra energy that your solar panels or wind turbines produce during the day. Then you can use it later, like at night or when it's cloudy and the wind isn't blowing. You can connect batteries to your home's main grid or use them in an off-grid system depending on your setup. Basically, batteries are the part of your home energy system that holds power for when you need it most. So, why are home batteries useful? Well, first, they store excess energy from your solar panels or wind turbines, so nothing goes to waste. Secondly, they help with energy cost management. You can use stored energy during peak hours when electricity is expensive, which can save you money. Thirdly, they provide backup power during outages, keeping your home running even if the grid goes down. And finally, they give you greater energy independence, reducing your reliance on the power grid and making your home more resilient. In short, batteries are the key to making your home energy system more reliable, efficient, and self-sufficient. Next, we'll look at heat pumps and geothermal systems, which are another smart way to manage your home's energy for heating and cooling. Unlike traditional heaters or air conditioners that generate heat pumps use electricity to move heat from one place to another. This makes them much more energy efficient. There are two main types: air source heat pumps, which move heat between your home and the outside air, and ground source or geothermal systems, which use the constant temperature underground to heat or cool your home. These systems can provide year-round comfort, keeping your home warm in the winter and cool in the summer. They're a more energy-efficient alternative to conventional HVAC systems. So, why are heat pumps and geothermal systems a great choice? Well, they are 2 to 4 times more efficient than traditional heating and cooling systems. They can lower your electricity bills, especially during peak hours when energy costs are high. They can help reduce carbon emissions, making your home more environmentally friendly. Geothermal systems can last 20 to 50 years, which is much longer than typical HVAC systems. And overall, they support energy independence and sustainability, helping your home rely less on the grid while protecting the planet. In short, heat pumps and geothermal systems are an efficient, long-lasting, and eco-friendly way to keep your home comfortable all year. Heat pumps and geothermal systems make our homes comfortable and energy efficient, and we can extend this clean energy approach to transportation with electric vehicles. EVs run on electricity rather than gasoline. Installing a home charger lets you recharge overnight easily. There are two levels of charging. Level 1 uses a standard outlet but charges slowly, and Level 2 uses a dedicated circuit for faster charging. If you combine this with solar panels, your car can run on clean energy generated right at home, making your whole household more sustainable. Charging at home is also really convenient because you don't have to go to the gas station or use public chargers. It's also cheaper than paying for fuel or public charging, and it reduces greenhouse gas emissions, which helps the environment. Using stored solar energy makes driving even more efficient, and overall, EVs are a great part of a low carbon, sustainable lifestyle. With solar panels, small wind turbines, home batteries, and even EV chargers, each system works on its own, but they can also work together as a hybrid system. Hybrid systems combine solar, wind, and energy storage to make sure your home has continuous power, even when the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing. By coordinating all of these systems, a hybrid setup optimizes energy use, making your home more efficient and reliable. Some hybrid systems can even integrate with smart home technology, automatically adjusting energy use for heating, cooling, or charging an EV so everything runs smoothly and sustainably. With all these systems working together, it's easy to see why investing in home clean energy can be a smart choice. One of the biggest benefits is lower energy costs. Since you're generating and using your own electricity, it also helps reduce your carbon footprint, which is good for the environment. You gain more energy independence, meaning your home relies less on the grid. And over the long term, clean energy systems can be a solid investment with incentives and rebates that make them even more cost effective. Of course, there are some challenges to consider. Upfront installation costs can be high, so planning a budget is important. You can need you also need some technology knowledge to manage and maintain the systems effectively. Because these systems rely on the sun and wind, there's weather dependency, and you'll need enough space for panels, turbines, and batteries. Maintenance and the lifespan of each system are also factors to think about. Fully integrating, finally, integrating with the existing grid can be tricky, depending on your location and utility policies. Even with these challenges, careful planning and smart choices can make home clean energy a practical and sustainable solution. To see how home clean energy works in practice, let's look at a real world example. A house using Tesla solar panels paired with a Powerwall battery. The solar panels capture sunlight and turn it into electricity, which can power everything in the home. Any extra electricity is stored in the power wall, so it can be used later, like at night or during cloudy days when the panels aren't producing much. This combination of generation and storage makes the system much more reliable and independent from the grid. Homes using this setup can save between $800 and $1,200 per year on electricity bills, depending on energy usage and local electricity rates. Beyond saving money, it has a significant environmental impact, reducing about 3 to 4 tons of carbon emissions per year, which is like taking a car off the road for a year or two. The payback period, which is how long it takes for the energy savings to cover the initial cost of the system, is typically 7 to 10 years. After that, the system continues to generate free electricity for many more years, making it a long-term investment. This case shows how combining solar panels with battery storage not only reduces cost and carbon footprint, but also makes a home more resilient during power outages or periods of high energy demand. It's a great example of how the technologies we've talked about, solar, batteries, and even smart energy management, come together in a practical, real-world system. Looking at the Tesla example, you might be wondering how to actually set up a clean energy system at home. Here's a simple roadmap. The first step is to assess your energy needs. You want to understand how much electricity your home uses on average and which appliances or systems consume the most energy. This helps decide the size and type of system you'll need. Next, evaluate local incentives. Many cities, states, or utilities offer rebates, tax credits, or other programs that can make installing solar panels, batteries, or other systems more affordable. Doing some research here can save a lot of money. Then, choose the appropriate system. Depending on your energy goals, budget, and location, you might prioritize solar panels, wind turbines, battery storage, or a hybrid system that combines them. After that, it's important to find a certified installer. Professionals ensure the system is installed safely, efficiently, and according to local regulations. Finally, monitor and maintain your system regularly. Checking the performance of solar panels, batteries, and other equipment helps you catch small issues before they become big problems, ensuring your system runs smoothly for years. Following these steps makes the process manageable and ensures your home clean energy system is effective, reliable, and sustainable. Looking ahead, home clean energy is evolving quickly, and there are some exciting trends shaping the future. One big trend is smart home energy management. Homes will be able to automatically adjust energy use for heating, cooling, lighting, and even charging EVs, making systems more efficient and convenient. AI and IoT integration is another development. By connecting appliances, solar panels, batteries, and EV chargers to smart networks, Homes can optimize energy use in real time and even predict energy needs. Community energy sharing is also gaining traction. This allows neighborhoods or small communities to share excess energy, like solar power from one house from one home supplying another, which increases overall efficiency and sustainability. We're also seeing more efficient batteries and solar panels, which means systems can store and generate more energy in smaller spaces. Finally, there's greater adoption of electric vehicles, which ties into home clean energy. As EVs become more common, homes with clean energy systems will increasingly use their own renewable energy to power transportation, reducing emissions and energy costs. These trends show that the future of home energy is not just about individual systems, it's also about smart, connected, and sustainable communities. After looking at all of these systems and trends, there are a few key points to remember. Homes today can generate their own clean energy using technologies like solar panels, small wind turbines, and batteries. These systems reduce greenhouse gas emissions, helping protect the environment. Energy efficient technologies such as heat pumps, smart home systems, and battery storage save money and energy over time. Although adopting clean home energy at home doesn't just benefit one household, it helps build a more sustainable future for our communities and the planet. So that's it for today's session. Now we'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions, just type them in the Zoom chat and we'll discuss them together.